Well, since our last interview, NBA Youngboy did an interview, and in this interview, he expressed a lot of regret about the things he spoke about and put into people's ear. He also mentioned feeling like a lot of people were playing his music while they were out there putting in work. You know, what do you think when you see or hear something like that?
It shows that behind their music is demonic forces. Behind their music is spiritual things, like attaching itself on you. For what? When something spiritual get attached onto you, it do what? It's gonna make manifest the sin that you allowed it in, and now you out there gunplay. Now you out there robbing. But it just shows you that, you know, some of them that they know what they doing. And not everybody, but some can truthfully look at how everybody, cause he know who he is. You know, he knows that, you know, the image of who he is rooted in pretty much, it ain't got nothing to do with positivity. And so if you just think about it, you know, think about like, man, my music ain't really rooted in positivity, but all these kids is following it. And then so you like, if my music is negative and all these kids are following my negativity, if they die and if they commit a murder, like, is that on me? And that's something that a wise man would think, like, man, is this stuff falling off on my hands? Or, cause, you know, people will try to, they gonna try to push it off like, it can't be on me, it's on their parents. That's what the evil spirit's gonna just, you know. I saw this quote the other day, and it said, when you listening, you think that you're thinking, but you're actually hearing. And it's those spirits. You know how your girl could be out partying, and you think that you thinking about, like, you just get to thinking, right? And all these different things get thrown, you know, and all of them is rooted in bitterness. All of them is rooted in chaos. All of them is rooted in division. So we need to, like, without having the spirit of God in us, we can't discern righteous spirits from wicked spirits, righteous thoughts from wicked thoughts. And so kind of going back into the NBA Youngboy, you know, that whole avenue with him pretty much looking at the body of work he did and how it's affecting people. Cause if you think about it, Youngboy or anybody else, when you was riding and sliding, was it ever a genre of music that you ain't going to listen to? So if these genre of musics can make us feel a certain way at heart, that should tell you that the music ain't music, but it's a device. It's a device that Satan is using. How many of y'all know that? Watch this, that Satan, what was his thing in heaven? He did music. Satan was the greatest musician ever that could possibly be, and one of the most beautiful. So it's no worldly coincidence, but it is a godly coincidence. But it's no worldly coincidence. And I just got to say that if you don't know what a godly coincidence is in the Bible, Christ, I rebuke those words. Christ met this dude and he was like, what's such a godly coincidence? And I was like, wait, hold up. Godly coincidence? And then after that, because I was lost, but God picked us up. He's like, yeah, a moment ordained by God. But Satan is a mocker. He's a liar. And so when we use coincidence in the world, we're like, this ain't even supposed to happen. Because we don't know that, no, it's by God's grace, his divine hands and his touch that it did happen. But you know, again, man, many people don't understand that. But again, if you didn't, it shows you that music ain't for your entertainment, but it's to make you feel a certain way. It's to make you do a certain thing. You feel me? If people want to get more closer with God, what they listen to? Listen to church music. They listen to, you know, something that ain't, because there's curses in those words. Life and death, that's kind of what it's showing you. People listen to people speak life into them when they want to get closer to God. And when they think they being entertained, you know, it's not that, it's so hard, man. It'd be so hard to talk about the spiritual stuff for real, because it's so like spiritual. It's not this, it's not flesh, it's what you can't see. But that spirit is the reason why this body is operating. And when this body dies, your spirit is set free. And many people don't know that you are condemned by what you allow this body to do, though.
Well, he says he promises to clean up what he can. You know, one of the things that kind of surprised me that he said in the interview, and he said he's terrified of people and very scared of people and very shy.
Those different spirits he got in him. He's scared and terrified of people because those same demonic spirits that dwell in him, he's putting curses on people, and those spirits tormenting him. Those same spirits those curses he put on, they torment him. You feel me? Those spirits will torment you because in their tormenting you, do he make songs full of hate. Make songs about the ops and roll out the bam and things like that. But I think it's scary. I think that even when I watched that, it seemed as though, like, man, it'd be so hard to see. Like, it seemed like they had these idols. They had them give a bit of truth just to mock the people. Just to show them like, oh, we know what we doing. Y'all don't. And so he clearly showed, and Youngboy showed everybody that his music is all evil. But man, I think that, man, you know, it's probably, you know, just one of Satan's tactics, man, to keep people scared. He just want to keep people scared. And if you scared of people, God said, this is our biggest fear. We scared of men. And God said, do not be fearful of men who can kill the body, but cannot kill spirit. He said, fear me. You know why to fear me? Because I could kill your body and I could kill your spirit. Man can just kill your body. That's nothing. Your body is set. If you live in a righteous life, if they kill your body, now you set free. But we scared to die because we think the greatest life is right here, and it's not. But right now is a time for everybody to see. God is just seeing who are you? Who are you? And that's why he letting Satan do what he does, because he who is willing will let will. If you willing to go out there and kill and let those spirits get into you to kill, then God is willing. We got free will. He ain't hold nobody back because he wants to see if that's the greatest thing you could do, right? We was always taught that if you love somebody, let them go and see if they come back, right? That's what God did when he threw us into bodies. If they love me enough, my children, they gonna hear my voice and they gonna make their way back home. But many people, they go and they get lost into what Satan is doing. If Satan deceived a third of the angels out of heaven, a third of angels who are more powerful in might and in glory and in understanding than we, just simple men, how many more men can he deceive? And God told us 2/3. And when we say 2/3, don't look at 2/3 of the population right now, 2/3 of every man that ever lived. Cam, that leaves very few room for us to get into the heavens. That leaves very few room. If 2/3 of all mankind, God said only 1/3 will he refine and try as gold is tried. Only 1/3. That's deep. But if that seed is planted on a soil at which it cannot be fruitful, it ain't going. He said seeds are planted of God. But if you got your mind worried about worldly stuff, those worldly things will choke out that righteous seed and it will become of no fruit. And many people don't understand it. That's why the enemy is throwing darts at. He's trying to kill our foundation. So when God, because the heart is the foundation, like I said. So if I plant a Bible seed on that foundation and it's already tore up, can it bear fruit? No. So we need to go and ask God to give us that new heart, and he can. There's nothing too big, nothing too small for our God to do. He created a world at which many people, they get lost in it. That just shows you the divine creation in his hand, that this world is so beautiful and so evil at the same time, that many people live for the beauties. And he said that don't set your heart. He said, make sure not to have your heart on worldly treasures. Have your heart in heaven. He said, because wherever your heart is, have your treasure in heaven, not in the world. Because wherever your treasure is, that's where your heart will be. So if you got worldly traits, come on, man, your heart gonna be in the world. If you think that this is the greatest, the richest is here, the best, richest, the best, your heart gonna be in the world and not with God. It's deep though, man.
What's up? This is Cam Capone. We got more content like this coming soon, so hit that like button, subscribe, and stay locked in to Cam Capone News.